0 paragons. You guys serious? I don't hate the boss, but I hate the thought of having to defeat this boss, because what we're about to do is we're gonna face Elite Lich, which has 70% HP at 50% speed, but the way that we're gonna have to defend this guy is likely going to be temples and avatar spam, and that is not a strategy that I really like. So what's the deal with this boss event? Well, it seems like it's gonna be both farming, and then we are actually gonna have to try kind of a little bit harder for the first tier, because I think you want to do the Spike Factory actually. This is Elite Lich, so no buffs for our defensive towers. No, no alchemists, no ultra boost or anything like that. So I started us off with Quincy. We're gonna have Quincy here in the middle, and then what are we going for? I mean, the usual stuff. Likely it's gonna be a village over here with the boats here on the right side. I was thinking we can do the Engie and the alchemist, the thing that we usually do. So let me just start things off by, do we need some defensive towers now that I look at this? Likely not. Yeah, let's get the marketplaces first, and then we're gonna go into some boats. So let me start this guy off here on the right side first. Okay, so getting the second marketplace, but something that's happening is we're leaking a lot of lives. It seems like Quincy and the Dart are not going to be enough. Actually, maybe if we reach level 6, then it's going to be fine. The level 3 ability is still on cooldown, so it's only going to be this round, and then for 21, I think we're going to get it. Yeah, you guys know what? Let me just get a boat here for the extra defense. The level 3 ability is off cooldown, so let's make sure we don't lose any more lives. We have 65, but the Lich Soul is likely going to be ticking a little bit, so let's try and save some lives. Go like this. Are you guys noticing the tower limit, by the way? Look up top, it's 44 towers left, so it's a total of 50, and this can be a little annoying. I think this was obviously done in purpose, so they don't want us, to spam the entirety of the map with boats. They're like, listen, we cannot allow you guys to farm as much as you want, so let's make sure we at least buy some good farming towers. I'm gonna get an alchemist like this. This is gonna get messy really quick, by the way, because we still, regardless of what you're doing, you're still gonna need like some towers that are the core of every farming setup. So I'm just gonna start things off with this like base alchemist here just to defend the lead balloons. Oh, this is barely not gonna reach, is it? I don't think I'm gonna be able to absorb the farm up top, actually. Look at this. Okay, let's try it anyways. Let's start with the discounts. I don't think we're gonna be making like a Minneapolis or anything, anytime soon. Now this new discount village, because there's no land space, guys. I mean, you know what it is. It's just placing a bunch of merchantmen until we reach the tier 1 boss. So let me just get on this as soon as possible. Alright, just looking at what's happening, guys, this is not looking good. So we have, I bought the favorite trades boat, so that basically we can sell all of these guys for a little bit of extra money, but this is not looking good with the farming. I think we're gonna need to do something else. Actually, I wanted to get the carpet of spikes, but now that I look at this thing, I don't think that's happening. So let's go to plan B. Plan B is something that I've not done in a very long time, but I'm gonna try it like this, and it's buying an aircraft carrier, which surprisingly seems to work. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sell, I guess, one of these farms. I'm gonna sell this one because it's in the range of the favorite trades boat. Get this, get some extra attack speed for a guy. Then what else can we do? I mean, I wouldn't even mind getting something like a sticky ninja, actually. Okay, let's hit start. At least the HP of the bosses, has been reduced by a little bit, so I don't think, this is going to be that complicated. Let's see how the planes are doing. Yeah, they're doing fine. I'm a little bit worried about the Lich Soul and then all these other small mobs that are going to get summoned, so let's see how everything is going. Here comes the first call, so the Lich Soul is pretty much the most important thing in just seeing how fast this thing gets destroyed. That is 1 tick. Is it going to be 2 ticks? Oh, that's going to be 2 ticks. Actually, I don't like this. Oh my god, 3 ticks? Nope. Get a sticky as soon as possible. Yep, we need to get these charges going as fast as possible. Half this kind of strong as well. And now let's see how many ticks we're going to be getting, basically. I mean, if it's only 1, we might be able to survive. No, that's still 2 ticks, and we're leaking some blue mobs, actually. Okay, so we might be able to do something about the blue mobs, which is which is a Moab shove heli, but we need to sell the farm at the side so we keep this guy in place. Let's lock the heli in place like this. This is an expensive defense so far, by the way. I don't know, guys. I don't like the way that we're dealing with the Lich Soul, basically. So 66 lives. Hopefully it's... Oh, that was only 1 tick. Okay, so 4 skulls left. We might have this thing, actually. The thing that I love is that we didn't have to destroy our boat farming, so we're doing everything while farming a little bit. I guess we had to sell both of our farms, but for the tier 1, this is... I don't know, guys. I mean, this is looking quite expensive as well. 3 skulls left, 49 lives. As long as we can survive this, that's gonna be 1 tick. Please tell me that's the only one. Yes. Alright, somehow this thing is working, so this is gonna be the second to last skull. There we go, 27 lives, and I'm pretty sure that we do have this thing. Yeah, the sticky ninja plus the aircraft carrier seems to be working, so 16 lives, please, no more ticks. Yes, there we go. Oh man, that was a very tricky boss, wasn't it, for the tier 1? And it's gonna be like this for the entirety of this one. So let's actually, oh yeah, all the star is off. So as soon as this round ends, we're gonna have to reconstitute our farming completely, plus think about the lives a little bit. Alright, so here's the plan. I want to make a Minneapolis over here, so let's go like this. I bought, by the way, this village for a little bit of discounts, plus the extra range because it doesn't reach. So go like this, get the Minneapolis going. Let's sell the aircraft carrier. I'm gonna buy the trade empire. How many boats do we have, by the way? It's 8. Okay, so we need to buy basically 20 boats now. And then I think I'm gonna keep the sticky just for like these 40s, because the round set in the ledge has been changed. So there are a couple of mob classes actually in the 40s so that he can respawn them. Actually, this second discount is gonna be really nice because we're gonna get some merchantmen for a lot more off. So let's go like this. I'm gonna try and have them, you know, around in the range of both villages basically. So go like, yeah, 1.8k, 1.9k, closer to 1.9 for one merchantman. I'll take it. Alright, so here's the plan. We are gonna be buying all of these 10 central markets because we want to improve our farming. So I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna start with a snowstorm, I'm pretty sure. So let's have it like this and see how many farms we can fit in this range. So I hope like 5 or 6. Alright, so round 59, and here's how things are looking. I bought 5 central markets around this ice over here. We have 2 up top. We have a couple of favorite trades, plus, you know, our 20 merchantmen total. And for tier 2, actually the defense is going to be quite easy, I think. It's just like one single mat that should be able to deal with this guy no problem. So let's go like this. I'm going to buy the mat, lock it in place. And as you guys know, the mat has some issues in dealing with small balloons actually. So I'm going to rebuy the carrier flagship. I'm going to have it up here. Let's see how we're doing versus the tier 2 boss. This guy is at half HP, so usually, you know, a single mat can deal with this boss even at full HP. So just being at half HP means that we shouldn't have any issues. We also replenished a good chunk of our lives thanks to the central markets. Well, after that tier 1, I mean, having a super easy tier 2, I don't mind this thing one bit, I'm gonna be honest. Let me just buy the carrier flagship, by the way, and then with the rest of the cash, I guess we could be upgrading, you know, to the Wall Street and even getting the banana central and getting it overclocked. So let's use the mat ability, just clean everyone out. We have 2 skulls left. This is a super fast boss. I mean, look at what's happening. It's on 62 and this guy is gone. 63. Okay, we're gonna start 63. Yeah, there it is. I mean, not even close. I'm just gonna dump the mat ability and this thing is gonna wipe the boss, and there it is. That's a very easy tier 2 in comparison to what we dealt with at the tier 1. Alright, so here's the plan. I bought an absolute zero ice here up top, and I bought a discount village. So here's how everything is gonna stand. I want to get the banana central. I want to overclock it, and then we're also missing 3 of our central markets. So I'm actually just gonna complete the central market setup first. Gonna get the monkey city. So we're sitting at, you know, this thing is maxed out, basically the boat farming, with the exception of a couple of merchant, which I'm gonna upgrade in a second. And yeah, I'll put it around 80. I mean, this is pretty much how the setup is gonna look like. So just max out all the farms, buy all the boats, and just try and make as much money as possible, because the tier 3 is gonna have to get defended by a sun temple, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so we're in a little bit of a pickle with everything what's happening, because I want to buy the sun temple. Obviously that's the way that you're supposed to defeat the tier 3 with, but there's nowhere to place it because it's gonna absorb some towers. So here is the plan. I'm actually gonna sell this ice in all 5 of these central markets. Yeah, let me just rebuy everyone else here on the sides. I know that this is not the most efficient thing, but the great thing about what's happening is that we had like $1,000,000 for round 80, which is just a lot of money. These boats are insane at farming. So here's the plan. I wanted to get the sun temple in water, and this is because the carrier flagship buffs water-based towers, and if you have your temple in the water, it's gonna get buffed by it, which is amazing. So let's go like this. This is gonna be a primary support and magic temple, so I think we're gonna be buying this, the total transformation, and then from the support category, what are we getting? I mean, maybe we could just do something like this, like a mid-path village. I was thinking, yeah, there we go, just absorb these guys. I think we're gonna keep this as a temple, so I'm just gonna buy the range, and let's buy some buffs for this guy. Guys, here's how our defense is currently looking. The sun temple, we bought the flying fortress, and also got the super mines here on the side. I know it's kind of a wonky defense, and if I can fit it like this, I wouldn't even mind buying something like a 5-0 super build for the damage amplification. Alright, let's see if this is gonna be enough. So 700k HP, not too much. How is the damage looking? That's gonna be the most important question. The super mine still is not doing any damage. Oh, actually, now that I think about this, we could have done the Megalodon, although we're not gonna be able to give it a bunch of buffs, right? Because it's lich. Yeah, you know what? It's fine like this, as long as the damage is okay, which it seems to be ramping up a little bit. We're attacking with 1,000,000 projectiles, so the super build is actually going to be quite useful versus this tier 3. Oh yeah, this is looking like it's not even gonna be close. Oh my god, that's so much damage. Alright, so this is gonna hold, it seems like, versus the tier 3, but for the tier 4, what's the plan, guys? Do we actually go for the VTG? I think not, actually, for the tier 4. I think not. I think what we do for the tier 4 is maybe just buy a couple of sun avatars, or maybe like a temple or two, and then for the tier 5, we get the VTSG, because it's likely gonna be here on the right side, and it's gonna eat up all these boats. Alright, so here's the thing. I want to buy another temple for the tier 4, because I feel like one is likely not gonna be enough, right? But here's the problem. I had to kind of relocate some towers, I had to sell some stuff, and hopefully this temple doesn't eat the flying fortress and the super. I think it won't. It doesn't look like it will, right? So let's take the chance. We, by the way, have no more tower. Yes, there we go. That was great. Okay, so let's go like this. By the range hat. This is gonna remain as a temple, by the way. 3 monkeys left, so let's go like this. There's no more space for a village, so here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna go like this, and then I think I'm gonna sell this one. Yeah, let's go. We should do one more thing before the boss. We should get the glue stone for a little bit of extra damage amplification, and then are we missing some? I mean, we are always missing some towers, so let's I guess get the mad. Oh, out of towers. All right, this is gonna have to be it. You can't keep using the mad ability, which is great, so let's try and combine everything. So I'm gonna use the glue storm, I'm gonna use the mad ability, and let's just see how the HP is doing with 2 temples attacking. Oh, this is so much slower than last time. I mean, a good thing is the last time these super mines basically didn't do anything. They have like, it's 100k boss, but I checked after the tier 3 boss and they had like 44k. So we're really not even using the full potential of our towers, but it seems like this is gonna be enough, right, for the tier 4. I mean, second skull getting popped. Alright, tier 4, about halfway there. I'm just keeping, you know, these abilities going, but it seems like this is gonna be a lag simulator for the tier 5, right? Yeah, it's just gonna destroy my PC, isn't it? Because I plan on defend. Well, it's not even what you plan for. Like, the way that Ninja Kiwi intended for you to defend this is just like a million sun avatars plus the VTSG plus some temples. Yep, that was their plan all along, but it seems like this is gonna be enough. I mean, it's taking us a while. Look at the round. It's round 109. So yeah, definitely taking a little bit more time than the last one, especially with the lack of paragons. I mean, you can feel it for sure. But there goes the tier 4. So let's start getting ready for the tier 5. And what we're about to do is we're gonna farm up until round 119. We have about 2.3 million, so the farming is doing well actually. Let's reconnect this this NG to the tech bot and then to the Banana Central. This thing's making a lot of money as well. So yeah, we're just gonna sell all of these boats. No paragons allowed, obviously, so it's just gonna have to be the VTSG plus a lot of sun temples for the tier 5. Alright everyone, round 119. This is where it all starts. So $3 million, 3.1 actually when we sell all these farms. It's gonna be a lot more. So 3.7 seems to be the number that we're gonna be working with. So first things first, let me buy the VTSG, and then we're gonna decide what we're gonna do with the rest of the cash. Buy the other 2 tier 5 super monkeys. I think we're ready, so let's go like this. Hopefully nothing too important got absorbed. I mean, I'm looking at the towers. Yeah, it's just like the temples are there, so it seems like, yeah, it's just the small towers that got sacrificed away. Let me rebuy the carrier flagship, and then what else are we doing? I mean, this is like a banana farmer left over. Let's sell this guy, sell the ice likely. How's it looking, guys? Every single one of these guys is a 320 sun avatar, so basically we're maxed out. We spent all of our towers, a lot of ice towers, keeping everyone afloat, and I'm gonna hit start, and this is probably gonna lag like crazy, but yeah, this is about it. This is the idea that Ninja Kiwi had, so hopefully it works. We also bought 2 damage amplification towers, so I bought the glue, which I'm about to use. I also bought the mat here on the right side. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. I mean, just please tell me that the damage is gonna be enough. We still haven't even hit the super wheel. I think it's just starting to attack right now, and this is a great combo actually. The sun avatars with their million projectiles plus the super wheel. I just really hope that the damage is gonna be enough. The VTSG is starting to attack just now, and you know, just keep dumping these abilities. The first skull is getting popped using the mad ability from downtown. What is even happening? Yup, this is a lag test for sure. You guys know what? Let me just reduce the projectiles by a tiny bit. I mean, Lich is one of the faster bosses in BT6, but this is definitely going to be helpful. So there goes the second. You know what I'm noticing, by the way? This is something I've noticed with the first Lich Soul as well, is that it's actually ticking. It's taking away lives. So damage can be definitely a little bit better, but we have a bunch of lives, so we can survive the ticks. The only question is if the damage is going to be enough. This is skull number 3. The boss is about to go at about the halfway point, I guess, of this map, and I feel like as long as, the majority of these sun avatars keep attacking, I think we're gonna be fine. Alright, so 2 skulls left. I put the brightness and basically all these effects back on, so just so that I can get a taste of the mess because everyone is attacking, and look at this thing. This is absolutely crazy. I think we are gonna have the damage, by the way, so maybe, one thing, if I were to redo this, maybe I would just buy a couple more temples, maybe? Alright, last call. There we go. This is gonna be the last soul, so as long as we pop this soul, it should be. The soul is kind of traveling a little bit longer track, but I think we are gonna handle it. Oh, it's getting close. There we go. It's only the last HP bar, so let's just do one last ability dump. Oh my god, what is even happening versus this boss? But we do have it. We are gonna get it. That's great. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are going after this boss, just make sure your device can handle this thing, because this is apparently the way that we're supposed to beat this thing. There, guys, it was definitely a different, a little bit of a different boss event than what we usually have. On a map that's a little bit shorter, but when you have the towers, you can basically beat everything. So that's it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.